Hi everyone, this is Sandra. Welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be another makeup video. It's going to be a colorful makeup tutorial. I'm going to do the eyes first. I know I haven't done a lot of that, but it really does help, and it also makes the video shorter because I'll just do the eye look on video, go off camera, do the rest of my makeup, and we'll come right back. So today's feature palette is going to be the Jeffree Star Jawbreaker. I might use the mini breaker as well right here. So I'm going to start by preparing my lids for shadow with a concealer. I've mentioned this in a couple of videos. I don't really like eye primers. I have tried the Anastasia Beverly Hills eye primer. I've tried the Urban Decay. I've tried a couple of other ones, and Too Faced one, and I don't really like them. I still prefer to use Shape Tape on my lids, so I'm just going to use a tiny bit. This is the shade Light Neutral. And I'm actually just going to use my finger to blend it in, and this does help to conceal all the veins on your lid, and it gives a nice sticky canvas for the shadow to stick on, and the warmth of your finger actually blends it out better than a brush would. There we go. I had an idea in mind. I think I'm still going to stick to this. It's not going to really have a transition color at all. It's going to be a little bit of a crazy look. I kind of got inspired. I was watching a previous video of me using the Jawbreaker palette, and I really got inspired, so I want to go ahead, see what I can do here. Maybe I will start with a transition color just to have something to work on. So I'm going to start with the shade Cone, which is this color down here. I'm going to put it right in the crease, and with these, again, I don't have to worry so much about fallout because my makeup isn't done, so I will do that off camera. But as per usual, if you are interested in what products I've used for the rest of my face, I will have them listed down below. And also, if you have any questions, anything I've used, you can go ahead and ask, leave it in the comments. I'm going to start with a bright orange shade. I'm actually going to use Orange Crush. I was going to just go straight in with Orange Juice, which is in the regular Jawbreaker palette, but I want to start with Orange Crush. I am going to wet my brush. I've been using the Make It Last by Milani. I would use my Urban Decay. This is much cheaper to use for brushes. Put it into Orange Crush here. And I'm putting this in the crease, but kind of the middle of the eye. And I'm bringing it down onto the lid. And this is actually going on quite a bit more red than I thought it would. So we will go into Orange Soda afterward. So now we're going to go into Orange Soda. You could also use the shade Suck, but I really want this color here. So I'm putting this right on the lid part of that Orange Crush. The Orange Crush kind of acted like a base, and Orange Soda will just go on the lid. And I'm going to take the other side where I had the Orange Crush and just kind of blend a little bit above the sparkly shade here. Okay, yeah, already starting to look crazy. And now I'm going to take Medium Sweeper E54. I'm going to wet this one as well. And now we're going to use the shade Snap, which is this pink shade. This is going to go on the inner portion of the lid, and this is just to give the eye a really brightening, like bright look on the inner corner. And I'm going to go back in with Orange Juice and blend it into that pink color. I'm going to go into the shade Delicious, and I might lighten it up a little bit with Bite Me, which is this sparkly purple shade. I'm going to see how it applies first. I am going to use a clean E25 again, and I'm just going to tap it into the color. This is very, very dark. It is a matte shade. So I am tapping the brush off, and then I'm going to pack it on the outside, and I'm bringing it up into the crease just on the outside part of the crease here, just to have it really, really dark on the outside corner. And I don't really want to blend it into the orange too much. I just want to have it sit there in that one spot. And it kind of acts like black, but it's not black. I want to take a clean brush again. I'm going to take this really skinny brush. This is an E36 blending. I'm going to dip it back into Orange Crush in the Mini Breaker palette. Now, I'm not wetting the brush this time. It's just dry. And I'm just going to blend up here and just bring it up a little bit higher, I think. I'm going to blend it down into that really pink sparkly shade in the inner corner. And then I'm going to take the very first brush I used, tap it into Cone again, and just lightly blend all up here, just so we don't have any harsh lines. And I think also between that pink and that orange, because they're not really going together, honestly, none of these colors go together. I was kind of inspired by creating this like crazy look. I'm taking another brush, the Firm Shader E57. I'm going to go into the shade in the Mini Breaker palette now. This is Double Scoop, so it's kind of like a mustard orange color. And I'm going to go between the pink and orange juice right on the inner part of the lid here. This is a matte shade, but I just want to use it kind of as a transition because it was just a little too pink for my liking. That looks a little bit better. But I'm going to go back into the dark navy shade and just tap a little bit more on because the outer corner lost its vibrancy, I think. I'm going to try adding a little bit of Bite Me, which is that sparkly purple shade, and I'm not going to wet the brush. I'm just going to like dip this brush right into it, and I might use that on the lower lash line. And this will just give it a little bit less such a harsh look, I think, and it might go better with orange because purple and orange, kind of like purple and gold, they go better together than navy and orange. So I'm going to leave it like that. I'm going to clean up the underneath the eye here with all the fallout. I'm going to go off camera, do all of the rest of my makeup, and we'll come back and take care of the lower lash line, and then we'll focus on that. Alright, you guys, makeup is done. I'm just going to give my face a quick spray with my Urban Decay All-Nighter spray. This just helps to meld all the makeup together. So like I said, as per usual, I will leave all of the products I used down below in the description box. So I'm going to focus on the lower lash line now, but I realized still that I don't have a purple liner. So what I'm going to do, and this is something I wouldn't recommend if you wear contacts or if you have sensitive eyes, but I'm going to dip this E15 flat definer brush in this purple punch shade right here in the mini breaker. So I'm dipping it in. I'm not putting any makeup setting spray on it. And I am going to line my lower water rim with the shadow. So like I said, if you are sensitive, do not do this because it will basically get in your eye and annoy you. So use a purple liner if you have one. So next I'm going to take an E30 pencil brush. This is by Sigma. Spray it with some makeup setting spray and dip it into Bite Me. And we're going to add this to the lower lash line. I'm going to add it and then we're going to blend it up into the dark outer corner here. So my trick is to add it with a pencil brush wet, and then I give it time to dry, and then I go in with a little bit of a wider brush, and then I can add dry shadow and blend it out a little bit. So I'm just going to wait for that to dry. While I'm waiting, I'm going to use my Mary Lou highlighter. This is by the Balm Cosmetics. I'm going to take my highlighting brush, my F35 tapered highlighter, and I'm just going to highlight my cheekbones, my nose, chin, Cupid's bow, and you will notice I have not done mascara yet, but I will go off camera again and quickly do that with lashes. The style lashes I'll use are my Cala lashes, and I think they're the Sin City ones. I used them for my last date night look. So I'm just going to use a larger brush now. Okay, this is going to be the exact blend E32. I'm just going to dip it again in Bite Me. Tap it off because we don't want any fallout. And blend out the purple shade on the bottom. And because it's so dark, I could use Oral, which is like a duochrome shade right here, to blend it out a little bit further. If you want to keep it dark, you can. Another good option in this palette is the shade Gumdrop, which is a pastel purple. And I'm just gently blending it up into the darker color on the top here. I'm going to take a clean E35 and just blend it out a little bit further. We're basically done. I'm going to line the upper lash line. I'm going to see if my Stila liquid liner will still work. I've had this baby forever. I'm doing quite a thick line, but I'm going to put lashes on, so it's just going to make my eyes look a little bit higher. Okay, so now we're going to go off camera. I'm going to apply mascara, which will be my Loreal Voluminous Feline mascara, and the lashes, and we will be back to do it. Alright, you guys, lashes are applied, and next I'm going to use the same highlighter, the Mary Lou, use my E21 smudge brush. I'm going to spray it a little bit because I want to get like really bright highlighter for the inner corner. Dip it into my Mary Lou and just put it right on the inner corner, brighten up the entire eye area and a little bit on the brow bone. I'm going to use my Morphe Trio. So this is the lipstick in Flirt. It's the cream lipstick, the gloss in Boho, and the lip liner in Love Bite. I'm just going to top it with the lipstick, and I'm actually just going to tap it on. I'm just going to add a tiny bit more of a highlight to the Cupid's bow here. So it turned out a little bit different than I originally thought, and the eyelashes make it look darker. Plus, with the lower lash line, it's so purple and dark. But really, if you look at the lid, it's like this gorgeous orange, purple, and pink shade. So I really like this. It's very colorful. I don't know why I've been inspired to do these colorful looks lately, but the Jawbreaker palette, as soon as you look at it, you just think color. And I'm actually meaning to do some watercolor looks too, because the first and only one I've done so far, I'm going to link it for you right now, but I was very intrigued by it, and I'm not sure if I did it right. I'm going to try doing it again. I think it's going to be really cool. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, if you're new here, subscribe. It would help me out so much. And also click the bell notification button so you won't miss any videos. And we'll talk to you guys all very soon. Bye now.